Ever come across a music video and it's like, whoa, this is so creative, it's practically performance art.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
That's exactly what we're diving into today, unpacking it all.
Right.
It's called Voyage vers l'inconnu, and it's actually a music video promoting a book, Razobik Voyage 2.
Interesting. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's super interesting, kind of wild ride.
I bet.
We're mainly getting this from an article in CD-MENTIEL magazine. It's a free online thing.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah, they've got all sorts of articles, very eclectic.
Yeah.
And this one really digs into how Voyage vers l'inconnu blends together art and technology and even philosophy, all of it.
Cool. Right up our alley, huh?
Exactly. So let's get into the music video itself. It's not just, someone reading parts of the book.
Right.
It's a whole production. There's music, there's dance, even AI-generated vocals. Wild stuff.
Wow.
Yeah, and they even had this breakdancer, Miss Sarah.
I've heard of her. She's amazing.
Oh, she's incredible, just bursting with energy. What are your thoughts on that? All that mixed together.
It's really fascinating to me how they're using technology like, AI for the singer.
Right.
But then they mix it with breakdancing, which is so human.
Yeah, totally.
And the article even mentions that mixing those two things is becoming more and more common.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a trend in the art world. Makes you wonder why go that route,
Yeah, that's a good question. It's almost like they're showing off what technology can do.
Right.
But also saying, hey, don't forget about human expression. That's the core of it all.
Exactly.
And it seems like pushing boundaries, mixing things up, that's a big part of Razobik Tome 2 as well.
You think so?
Yeah, the article describes the book as overturning logic, like offering a totally new perspective.
Interesting.
When I first read that, I was like, okay, what does that even mean? Sounds kind of vague.
Yeah.
It's a pretty bold claim to make, right?
It is.
Like, what logic are we talking about here?
Right. What are we even defining as logic in the first place?
Exactly. And how does the book actually do that? Like, how does it achieve this new perspective?
Well, the article, it mentions some things like
what?
absurd reflections, stuff like that.
Okay.
Poetic wordplay. It seems like the author is really bending the rules of language, really going for it.
Yeah, totally.
Just to make something totally new.
And that actually kind of goes back to what you're saying about questioning norms, right?
Yeah, exactly.
It's like the book itself is almost rebelling against how we usually think.
Yeah, exactly. And we're seeing that everywhere.
Yeah, where...
All over. Look at art. It's getting more and more experimental.
That's true.
And people are questioning power structures, even just how we use the internet.
Yeah, it's changing so fast.
It's like everyone wants something different now, something new.
People are craving a new way of seeing the world,
Exactly. Trying to make sense of it all.
That's overwhelming.
Yeah, and that's what I find so interesting about all this Razobik Tome 2. Even the music video, it's like they're saying, hey, get out of your comfort zone, think differently, be creative.
I love that.
Explore those weird ideas,
You know what else struck me about the article?
What's that?
It mentions all this AI stuff, these abstract concepts.
Right.
But it keeps saying, hey, this is still deeply human.
Yeah, definitely.
What do you think they mean by that?
It's a good reminder because technology is amazing, don't get me wrong.
Sure.
But at the end of the day,
Yeah.
it's a tool.
Right.
And tools, they can help us express ourselves, make things better, but they don't replace us.
Okay.
Remember Miss Sarah?
Yeah, the breakdancer.
Her energy, you can't fake that with AI. That's human.
That's a really good point.
That physicality, that's what makes it special.
It's like the tech gives you the space, the opportunity.
Yeah, the tools.
But it's the human that makes it meaningful,
Yeah.
right? It's like the guy who wrote the article, what was his name? Gaël Roques.
Right.
He's using all this tech, sharing his ideas, but you're right, it's still him,
Yeah. Yeah, his vision. And you know what I find really interesting?
What's that?
It's not just expressing himself.
Mm.
This whole thing feels like, I don't know.
Like a call to action, almost.
Exactly. Like he's challenging us. Did you get that sense too?
Totally. It's not just, hey, here's my book. It's like a statement,
Totally.
What resonated most with you? Like, what action are they even calling for?
It's that phrase, embracing foolishness.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
To get to the impossible, that just hit me hard,
It's powerful, but
Yeah.
I got to ask, someone's listening to this, right?
Yeah.
It's a cool idea, but what are they supposed to do with that Razobik philosophy?
Okay, think about it this way. When was the last time you did something just because?
Just because?
Yeah, just for the fun of it. No overthinking.
Good point.
Or you tried something totally new, even if it seemed a little weird.
I get it. Yeah.
That's the spirit right there.
I love it because it's so true. We get so caught up in doing things the right way.
Yeah.
We forget to just play, experiment.
Just let go. See what happens.
Exactly. Who
Yeah.
knows? Maybe that's how we find those impossible ideas.
Exactly.
Those breakthroughs.
Like this music video, the AI and dance. So unexpected.
Yeah, and inspiring.
So for anyone listening who's like, okay, I'm intrigued, tell me more about this Razobik Tome 2.
Yeah, what do I do?
You can find it on Amazon, and we'll link to Razobik's other stuff in the show notes too.
Awesome. Definitely worth checking out.
It makes you wonder, what if every artist, every business was this creative with their promotions?
Right. Instead of just buy my product.
Yeah, it's like they're making you think differently.
Engaging with a whole new mindset.
Like that line from the article, on aucune vie, bol de le demer.
Beautiful.
We only have one life. Fleeting as a blackbird's wing. Makes you want to grab onto those moments.
It really does.
Maybe we all need a little Razobik in our lives, right?
I couldn't agree more.
And that, my friend, is a wrap on our deep dive into Voyage vers l'inconnu and Razobik Tome 2.
It's been a
But hey, the conversation doesn't have to stop here.
keep it going.
What did you all think? How are you bringing those Razobik ideas to life?
Let us know.